Hi, my name is Jim with Aricto, and in this video I'm going to show you how to install Kubeflow on AWS using MiniKF. If you haven't already done so, you want to make sure to head on over to aricto.com/getstarted and sign up for MiniKF. By doing so, you're going to get access to all the different distributions, whether you want to install MiniKF on AWS, locally using Vagrant, or on GCP. You'll also get access to a wealth of information on how to get started and use MiniKF. Now, a couple of requirements and tips and tricks to go over. The first one is going to be the default resources that you need to allocate for your MiniKF installation. The first one is going to be your instance type. You don't want to go any smaller than M5.2x large. That's the recommended default. That's going to give you 8 virtual CPUs, 32 gigs of memory. Your storage will be EBS only and networking up to 10 gigabits of Ethernet. 2 quick tips and tricks. The first one is going to be you want to hit the refresh button if you don't see your new VPC or subnet in the dropdown when you create it. The second one is going to be make sure your security group has access to SSH on port 22 and HTTP on port 80, as these will be essential when installing MiniKF, but then also when viewing the central dashboard. Okay, the installation is actually pretty painless. It's 4 steps. The first step is going to be to launch MiniKF from the AWS Marketplace. Step 2 is to define the resources in the configure and the launch screens. Step 3 is to SSH into the instance and start the MiniKF install. And finally, in step 4, we log into the MiniKF dashboard. Okay, let's do an install. All right, so the first thing to do is to head on over to the AWS Marketplace and find the MiniKF entry, configure and subscribe. And then accept the terms and conditions. And then from here, you're just going to go ahead and go with the default configurations. Obviously, choose a region that is most appropriate for you. Click on Continue to Launch. Now, from here, you're going to want to go with the defaults. A couple of quick changes that you'll want to make. The first one is let's just go ahead and set up a security group just for this installation. Here's where we're going to want to make sure that we have access to port 22 as well as port 80. Let's just go ahead and configure some a key pair for this particular installation. And once that's done, we're going to want to make sure that we click the refresh button to make sure it populates the drop-down. And then we'll go ahead and select that key pair that we just created, and we're ready to click the launch button. Now from here, go ahead and click on the EC2 console hyperlink. And once we see that the instance is in a running state, we're ready to go ahead and click on the details for it. Click on the connect button. Here's where we'll be connecting on port 22. So we'll use the default credentials to SSH into the box. And then once we're here, we're going to want to simply type MiniKF and click enter, and the installation will now proceed. Now, the installation itself does take a few minutes, so it's a good time to go grab a cup of coffee or catch up on some other work, but through the magic of time-lapse videography, we'll get this done in just a couple of seconds. So when the installation actually completes, what you're going to get is a splash screen, which is going to give you your username as well as your password that's been generated by the installation, as well as the URL on where to access the MiniKF dashboard. So go ahead and open up your favorite browser, get to the dashboard, type in the username and password that was provided to you, and you are now at the central dashboard. And that's it. You've successfully installed Kubeflow on AWS using MiniKF. Happy Kubeflowing.